Hey my beautiful souls, welcome back to Your Funny with Jessie, the life coach. So today is part 2 to hosting essentials, some guides, some tips, some must-haves, but this edition is all geared towards barware, drinkware, and desserts. So without further ado, sit back, get a coffee, get a tea, and let's get started. So first up is entertainment pieces for desserts and pastries.
So this is one of my favorite pieces. It's a carousel for cupcakes, but you could use it for muffins, you could use it for cannolis, you can use it for anything. And what I love is that it turns. It's just adorable. I find it adorable, but it's a great way to kind of dress up like a dessert tray and just give it an extra something just pretty to look at, right? So one thing you always need when you are hosting is a cake stand. So I picked this one up from Home Goods. I just found it adorable with a little ribbon, and it has a little like the gold circles. Beautiful. But a cake stand is going to be great for like every holiday. Someone comes with a cake, someone comes with a pie, someone comes with something for dessert. So this is great for that. You could use this for muffins, you could use this for breakfast items. You could use this in so many ways. You could actually, if you like make devil eggs, you could put like devil eggs on top of here. So many different ways of using a cake stand. You can even use this to decorate, right? And then one thing you cannot forget if you're going to get a cake stand is the cutter. So this used to be a shoe. I don't know what happened. It used to have a heel in the back. I don't know what happened to the heel. Someone dropped it, it broke, but it had like a crystal little heel. It was adorable. But it still works just as well, but this is just to cut through everything.
So my rule of thumb to preserve my items is if I'm doing the cutting, I'll use my more fancier, delicate cutting pieces. And then if they are serving themselves and I have it laid out, I'll use something like that shoe cutter. So that's just a great tip for people that's just starting out with hosting.
So cake stands is a must when you're entertaining, and they make cute little gifts. Like this one is just so cute with the little ribbon. So crystal pieces like this. These make beautiful like little serving platters. So I picked this up years ago. I don't even know from where, but it really does come in handy. And you could just, it just looks really pretty when you put the presentation and you put like little derbies on here, and you could just serve it, right? Something else that you can do with this is you can actually make it into
a cake stand. So if you have pillars that you use for candles that are just laying around, you can actually create a cake stand. So many don't know what to do with pieces like this that are completely flat. So if you have pieces like this and you're pressed for space, this is a good idea.
And so these are great for like desserts. These are great for cookies. And so I use this once again all year round. I use this for decoration. When people come, there's always like cookies or little pastries. So when they have their coffee or they want tea or they just want a snack, they can snack on something. So I actually have 2 sets of these, but I'm going to show you another way that you can use it to decorate. So I'm going to take the other one and take the top off. And this is the other one. And you can actually just take off the top and use the base and get a nice candle. And then voila, you have an easy candle holder. So like I said, you could use these in different types of ways. It doesn't have to be just for pastries. It doesn't have to be just, you know, for food. You could use it just to decorate around your house.
So many people are always weary about investing in pieces because they don't realize that they could use it in more than one way. And they're also weary about gifting certain items because they seem too small, but there's many ways to use one thing. So if you're hosting, having multiple items that hold pastries is going to be so important. So this item is squared and it's marble, so it has a little bit of a different vibe to it. And this makes a perfect gift for gift giving for your hostess in your life. So let's speak about coffee time.
So let's talk about after dinner time, right? So after everybody has like stuffed their faces and they're nice and fed and their bellies are nice and full, usually it's like coffee time. I know in Hispanic households it's like we don't do anything without our coffee. So it is coffee time. So this is a nice little set because what's great about it is you don't have to buy extra plates. It comes with everything, and it comes with even its adjacent spoon, and it actually has that little like indention, and this helps with like not creating a mess because instead of putting the spoon down, once they stir it in, they put it right on the side and it hangs right from there. And then the plate is pretty good size for putting a nice snack.
So if you're hosting this holiday season or you're getting into hosting, getting a good set of coffee cups is worthy to add to your arsenal because you will always use them.
So having one of these is going to be your best friend, not only for the holidays, but just entertaining just in general. Because majority of the time, by the time we get to the end of the day, when it's like dessert time and time for pastries and cakes and pies, if you are the hostess, you might be exhausted. So a good tip is before you sit down, you start serving, make a large pot of coffee and actually put it in here, and it's actually insulated. So it's actually gonna keep everything nice and warm. So people can actually help themselves. You can set up a nice like coffee stand or coffee little place setting where everybody could just help themselves, and you don't have to go crazy making coffee for each individual, or constantly make different pots. So you can make it in advance, you can put it in here. It's going to keep it warm up to several hours, and you can use this at any time of the year because it comes in handy. So this is a lifesaver if you're definitely into entertaining, and this can make a great gift for someone. So if you don't have one of these, you need to pick one of these up.
So let's chat about wine glasses because it's a must if you are hosting.
Having some good wine glasses is a must when you are hosting, and they make excellent gifts. I picked this setup from Z Gallery, and I love because it has like the little bling bling. I'm all about the bling bling. But it's just a good way to like jazz up your table, especially if all your plates are completely white or they're completely one color or neutral. This gives it just that little pop of like bling. They look beautiful on the table when you're actually preparing the tablescape. It just gives it that extra thing, that extra like, that looks nice.
Aside from wine glasses, you always need champagne flutes.
I have these long stem champagne flutes, and I love them. This makes a beautiful gift. Actually, this was a gift from my mom, and it was one of the last things she bought me. My mom passed last year, one of my last gifts from her, so it really means a lot. So I try to be very careful with it, and I don't use it all the time because I don't want it to break. And they're very delicate. Just look at the detailing of it.
So this set makes a beautiful gift. It also makes a beautiful addition to your arsenal. It actually comes with a set of 6 and the holder. So no hosting party is complete without wine and cheese. So let's talk about it.
So my next item up is a decanter. So once again, decanters make beautiful gifts. Decanters always have some type of twist and beauty to it, and it just takes your presentation with wine to the whole another level. It's just beautiful to look at. They're just beautiful to look at. This one is in alignment with my bling bling. And it just looks beautiful on the table, especially with its matching pieces. But once again, this makes a beautiful gift. Every hostess needs to have a decanter because we're always on one occasion or another serving wine if you are a drinker, even if you're not a drinker, right? People come to your house, guests come to your house, and it's nice to serve them a nice glass of wine, and this is the great way to present it. So this next item makes a great gift. This is a wine opener, but it's an automatic wine opener. So this is the base, and back here is the port to charge it. And I love this one because it glows. I don't know if you can see it because of the light, but in the dark, or when the lights are dim, this turns like a blue, and you have one button for it to go down, and then you have another button for it to go up to release the cork. So it just makes it so easy to open wine bottles, and it's just nice because you could just put it anywhere. I usually just keep this on my bar. It just comes in handy, so I don't have to hear where is the wine opener, and I'm like, it's right there, because that's the first thing that people come and gravitate to is the wine. So if you don't have one of these, you need one of these in your life. And if you know someone who's a wine connoisseur or just loves to drink wine, this is a perfect gift if they don't already have it. Something else that's a must-have and a great gift is like more of the old-fashioned ones that's not automatic. This is the thing. If you don't charge this, it's gonna be out of battery. So you need both. It actually has come in handy because there has been times that I forgot to charge it, and so we needed something to open the wine, and that's when this comes in handy. And actually has all the adjacent pieces. This right here, it comes with a wine stopper. So I think it's in there where it's on a wine bottle. I don't even know. But it comes with like all the pieces, and then it actually also comes with the cutter. So this is to cut the foil of the wine when you first get it, which a lot of people struggle with. So you just actually just put it on top and then you just turn it and it just cuts the foil. So it just makes it effortless. So this makes a really nice gift if you know someone who is a wine drinker. So look for these. They usually have these everywhere around the holiday season because a lot of people drink wine around the holiday season. So this makes a really good gift. And if you don't have one, you need to pick one up. So this actually makes a really good gift. It's actually meant for, it's a cheese board meant for like blocks of cheese. So you can actually serve the blocks of cheese and actually cut it. It has actually a slicer attached to it. If you're having a station where you have like cheese and crackers for like appetizers, or you're having like I said, a girls' night or wine and cheese night, this is a great little thing to have. It's great for a hostess and it's great for a hostess gift.
So if you are gifting a cheese board or you're buying it for yourself, it's always great to have cheese forks that go with it. They just make a nice addition, and there's always two types of styles. I always like to go with one fancy and one simple.
So I love these kinds of trays, and you can find them everywhere. It comes with like the little handle and strap, but you can use this for so many things. You can use this for hors d'oeuvres, appetizers, cake and cheese platter. You can use it for fruits. You could use it to actually serve. You can serve like if you're doing like little shots, or you're you know, have smaller glasses and you want to, you know, just go around and not go one by one. So these little trays come in really handy.
So let's talk about bar tools because they really help you if you're hosting. So first up are cocktail charms. And I love these as gifts, but they also come really handy when you are hosting. It saves you from the "where is my glass" people. So there's two types of charms, and there's one that clips on, which is great for coffee cups and those type of flutes that I own. And there are the ones that go around the base, the stem portion of your glassware. And when I tell you that these are going to save you so much work, because there's nothing more stressful than constantly having to pour a new glass and cleaning those glasses because people cannot find their drinkware. So as a hostess, or if you're getting into hosting, serving trays is going to be so important because it saves you so much work. You could use it to just serve multiple glasses and multiple drinks at one time. When you have a serving tray, you can now put glasses and drinkware in places that you normally can't. And the great thing about trays is you could use them to decorate. I have them all around my house and they just come in handy and they make a great gift. So let's talk about creating drink stations, like special drinks. So I'm going to showcase two items in two different videos, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to use it in a different way. This is a clip from my fridge organization, so if you haven't checked that out, check that out. And it's featuring this item, which I use in my fridge, but I'm going to show you how I use it on my bar to create a mimosa station. So you could use this to cut up some fruits and use it in your mimosas. And behind it, I actually have the place setting I showed in the first video, and you could use it to label different types of juices you could use in a mimosa station. Now, a great piece to add to your arsenal is beverage dispensers. So I actually own two of them, and I use this for sangria. And so I love to pair that up with the condiment server that I just showed, because when you dispense the liquid out, the fruit doesn't come with it. So it's great to actually have fruit on the side so people could just add it into the drink. So beverage dispensers just make everything nice and carefree.
Now this also is a must-have. This is an ice bucket, and I usually keep this once again on my bar. So I have all this stuff on my bar, but it's perfect because it just houses all the ice. So when someone needs ice for like their soda or their drinks or whatever have you, you can actually fill this up in advance and just leave it out, and they could just help themselves. And
well, as a hostess, one thing to add to your arsenal is a bar tool set, because it's going to have the scooper for ice, and it makes such a beautiful gift. This one is all acrylic and marble. But if it's not in the budget,
so have a scoop so they can scoop out the ice, right? That's something that a lot of people forget, which is the scoop. How are they gonna pick up the ice? You don't want people's, you know, fingers and dirty fingers and hands in there. So make sure you have a scoop. But having an ice bucket is a must. So you can use this for ice, or you can actually use this to cool down a bottle, a liquor bottle. So you can actually fill it with ice and then just put like your wine or, you know, something of that sort to chill it. So it's definitely a must. Of course, if you're using the last bucket as an ice bucket and you need something to cool down your bottles, then that's where something like this is going to come in handy. So this is a chiller, and this is great for just putting like, you know, probably holds like 2 big bottles, or you could put like little bottles. So I have like little champagne bottles here from bridal shower I planned, so this is perfect for it. You can actually just showcase whatever you want to showcase. You don't have to only use it for liquor. Like if you're not a drinker, you could use this for like little water bottles. You could use this for all kinds of stuff. Must have, if you're hosting or you're getting into hosting, you'll find that you use it a lot. Because these are the little things that as a hostess, like, people will drive you crazy that you need to lay out and have on your table. You need to have all set so they're not constantly interrupting you as you're like cooking or trying to get everything prepared, or you're trying to get dressed, or whatever it is that you're trying to do as a hostess, right? When you host, you are juggling so many different things, and these are the things that you will buy in advance and then you can lay out. But yeah, having a bottle opener, and I love the way this one looks. I actually still have the tag. I always keep like little tags on my stuff. I don't know why. People always ask me that. I'm like, I just keep the tags, and when it falls off, it falls off. Something that every hostess needs to have is a tin, or like a tin bucket. So this one actually says "Party on Jessie." I got this one custom. It has handles here and it's pretty deep. So what I use this for is beer, water, and this helps a ton with getting people out of my kitchen. Right? So everybody's always in the kitchen looking for little drinks. So here's a tip.
If you can, as a hostess, invest in one with a stand. This stand actually closes down. It holds ice. You could put juice, water, beer, soda, whatever you desire. So let's discuss bar carts. If you're going to get into hosting or you're hosting, investing in different types of bar carts is going to be a great investment because you can set everything up in advance. You could use them in your house to just hold certain items. I have this small one in my dining area, and it's great because it's on wheels, so I could just move it out when I'm hosting. So when I'm hosting, I just pull it out. I keep it close to the kitchen and diagonal from my bar. And that's another tip. If you are hosting and you have the space, invest in a nice little tiny bar. If you have the space, invest in a big bar. They really do come in handy.
Toes, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's already turning dark behind me. I did start this video late afternoon, so you know, it gets dark early here in New York. But if you like it, definitely give me a thumbs up so I could know that you like these type of videos. And I have actually more pieces, if you can imagine that I can share. So if you like these type of videos, give me a thumbs up so I know and I can share some more. Leave some comments below. Let me know what your favorites were. If you have any favorites from here, what you like to do with hosting, I would love to hear about it. Let's have a conversation. And I just wish that everybody has, if you are hosting, it's a beautiful time. It's not too stressful. Your holidays and all your season, you know, your holiday season goes really well. And I will see you all in my next one. Kisses and smooches to you all.